Right, so in this video we're going to talk about our weekly engine checks that we have to carry out while we're still sailing on the boat. As well as the engine, we also have to check the generator as well. So the normal process for this is I WOBBLED U. So the first one is isolate the engine. So that's when we go into the Nav Station, and we'll go behind the switch panel and we'll go into there and isolate the engine. And the next one is the water. So we'll just have a check inside the seacock and into the strainer, and we'll have a look and make sure there's no muck, no golf balls, bags, anything like that that's got into there. We'll look at the oil is the next one, it's the O. So we have engine oil, which is dipstick on the far side, which is yellow, and then we have the gearbox oil as well, which is further aft, which is a red sort of maroon looking dipstick. To check these, we're going to pull them out, we're going to clean them, and then we're just going to dip them all the way in and then pull it out and have a look at between the two notches for what we're looking for. This is the same for the gearbox oil as well. We're just going to dip it in, pull it out, clean it, and then have a look if it's in between the two notches. Give it a clean. Looking at those two notches, that's good there. You see those two notches there? Just pop it in. Don't need to twist it. And then you've got the oil. So we're a bit high at the moment. The next one is belts. So we have 3 belts that we have to look for. We've got the belts that are behind the coolant, and then we have the belts that run the emergency bilge pump. So we want to make sure we're getting the right belt at the right time. Emergency crash pump belt, I'm just checking, no more than 90-degree turn on both of those. Yep, so that's good. Another belt in here, that's the main engine belt, no more than 90. Right. A little bit of flex as well, it's good. The next one is bilges. So we're looking at the bilges, we're looking for any oil, any diesel that are in the bilges. We also want to make sure there's no water in the bilge and it's nice and clean, no debris, and that is, as you could have your dinner off it. This is a bit too much water than we would like, so we can now empty out the bilges using either the electric bilge pump or the manual bilge pump. The next one is we're looking at leaks. So looking around the engine, having a little look and looking for anywhere where there might be oil leaks, water leaks on the engine. So with leaks, we're just looking around, looking at the tops around here, double checking all the inlets, sort of areas like this, right here, here, here. Any pipes, just have a look under there for any leaks, under there. And we're also looking at all the other pipes as well for any leaks. Right, we've got pipes over here as well, you can look for leaks. Okay. The next one is electrics, looking for any loose wiring, anything that doesn't look in place. We can also check, prior to isolating, is making sure we have the right voltage as well in our batteries. D is then for diesel. We're having a look at the diesel filter, and we're also making sure the day tank is topped up, and we're double checking our diesel levels in our fuel tanks, making sure we've got enough diesel for the trip. To check the day tank, we push this lever in nice and hard, and then The day tank level will be shown up and down here, and you'll be able to see the difference in the colour. It'll be nice and clear through where the level. So this is full at the moment. If it's 60% or less, we have to unisolate the engine, and we can then go on to the electrical board and we can turn on the fuel pump on the electrical board. We then come up into here and then we can flick this switch, and that will turn on the fuel pump from inside. We then press the button again on the day tank, and the fuel level will go up as the fuel is getting pumped into the day tank. Once we get to around 90%, we can then turn it off. And then we go back into the nav station and make sure we turn off the breaker for the fuel pump. And then finally, we've got to make sure we unisolate the battery in case we need to use the engine at any point at any time.